then this is your chance to do it quickly before we are having anything happen in this round. But oh no, it's sadly too late because this round is fast and furious.
Setting the way forward. Angelka going to pay the price though. Elizabeth, who was brilliant in map number 1, finding the opener, she finds at the very least something. But of course, the T side taking the numbers advantage, not so much anymore. Fatal with a double leaves it all down to Hanker and Krusty, and it's Krusty from the flank. What a start for NOFEAR5 on the CT. They come out on top. They find the opening round. They find the pistol. They deny a bomb plant from TotalneGituwy. And of course, now they start to favor in terms of that all-elusive economy. We mentioned it was a brilliant finish by NOFEAR5 in map number 1. And it's a brilliant start in map number 2.
Oh my lord, Hanka almost had to do it all by herself. 4 frags from her in the pistol round, but in the end, she couldn't get them all. And full echo here from the Polish side. But Danu, she is dropped down the vent and has gained a lot of map control for her team. And they're going to try to take advantage of this. Hanka, she's gonna get spotted there. Lina gets clean.
Spray, not gonna quite connect. Elizabeth, a little bit of a laboured spray there. Does pay the price for it. It's a 1-for-1. Numbers favour the CT side, but only just. But significant damage has been dealt over towards TotalneGituwy. And of course, as we stand, the T side got a real kind of lackluster amount of control. I think more importantly, a lackluster control of the bomb.
Yeah, that is probably the only thing in their favor right now. I mean, imagine. Do they know? Yes, Krusty has checked it out. Imagine if they have brought the bomb with them down to the B site. You see, I was questioning
the ladder. Krusty, she didn't even keep that, angle in mind. Of course, still there's one more player up with the MP9, trying to deliver, trying to deny. Will she be able to do so? One bullet all that's needed, and yes, she will. M4 should be able to be collected momentarily if she can find it. I think it may have dropped down, so no, she'll stick with the MP9, but of course, the second round collected for NOFEAR5. The CT side, the dream start for them. Did get a little bit dicey there towards the end, but no, going to be all the more important. Now, of course, 4x coming out for the T's. We see the AKs coming out, a good amount of utility, good amount of armor. This is the real test, and the bonus by NOFEAR5, for them, the priority is just economic damage.
Yeah, I mean, that was way too close for comfort for NOFEAR. And just a blessing for them that the bomb was dropped onto the roof. I was questioning why or I was questioning and also like commending. Oh, what an entry there from Angelka and Lina. We can come back to my idea after Angelka has just cleaned off every single player in the ramp position. Nuke as well.
A 1-for-1. 2 versus 4 as we stand. Smoke going to come in towards that front-hand side of Hut. Exactly as we stand. It's not really the easiest position for the CT side. We mentioned about economic damage, but, it's easier said than done. And, well, with only one player remaining, that Elizabeth, finished on 27 kills in map number 1. Dust 2 was definitely a strong point for her. This round needs to be exactly the same. A quad clutch needed from her, and I think that's easier said than done. She potentially could find herself one if she swings in, but no. All too good from Dana at the first round on the board for TotalneGituwy, and of course the full buy. The AK is coming out for the T side, and that's enough to turn the tide.
Yeah, I would like to point out that besides Vertigo, Nuke is one of those maps where you have that verticality that we don't often see. If you're a new viewer or wondering about how this works, if you look at the minimap in the top left corner, you would see 2 levels. You have the B site, which is on a lower level than the A site and the rest of the map. And in addition, you have those kind of blue crossed out areas, which are another level above that again. So, but in the actual game, you will not see that. You will not have the luxury of having two separate levels. So this can make it a little bit tricky to, for example, hear where people are, if they are on the upper bomb site or the lower bomb site, A and B respectively, but also to see where the players are located.
Oh, exactly that.
On the minimap. So for us as spectators, if you see now, we have number 4. You see she's on top of the little main roof, which is indicated with the blue crossed lines. Fatal though.
Well, as we stand, I mean, a 1-for-1 trade. The low buy of NOFEAR5 at the very least finding something. A significant damage has been dealt over towards the T side. I mean, Hanka's low on HP. Same can be said for Angelika and Lena. I mean, it's not really the easiest situations, but of course, the full rotation has to be made over towards this B site. The T side got all the control. Bombs to be planted momentarily, and this retake from the CT is going to be all the more tougher. They've got at least a couple of rifles to work with. But I still think for the way things are posturing, the T side, they're in a bit of a dicey spot. The low HP could be problematic. Look at this smoke. They knew will she be able to convert? Will she be able to deliver? So she's all the more aware. The 1-for-1 trade will come forward. Mersk going to be able to find herself one. Elizabeth just having a little peek, having a little nosy, but actually going to double back.
Yeah, I think it's smart here to just go and save. The timer has ran so far down on the bomb as well. So Lena, she's going to try to take out Mersk here in a little bit. Taunter saving that rifle. Oh, good little position there from Mersk. She takes just a little bit of damage there from the bomb, but manages to save that rifle into the next round.
As we stand, I mean, not really the worst of starts. On the T side, I normally do say as well, when I look towards kind of a T side of Nuke, I'm not sure if you agree, but I always like to say that 6 rounds on the T side of Nuke is kind of not actually too bad of a result. I think 6 rounds is more than comfortable with how CT side of this map can be. So already to find 2. But TotalneGituwy, I mean, it's not really the end of the world. It's a decent start. Of course, a pretty tough buy for NOFEAR5. Should net them a 3rd or so, I say. Only finds 1. Mersk will fall. The M4A1S still stays in play.
Yeah, look at Fatal. She is trying to play off the smokes that TotalneGituwy has put down. Oh, cannot connect with the Eagle. Down here. She is all on her own in the lobby.
Oh, they knew as well. Shusha falls in the happy stand. She's just one by one picking them apart. Of course, trade will come forward from the Deagle, a Karasi, but still a 2 versus 4 and a very difficult 2 versus 4 at that. Elizabeth, M4A1S in hand. A sound cue's gained as well. Potentially could find herself something, but Angelika didn't even stop running. Domes are out of the round. It's all down to 1. Karasi got herself an AK-47 to work with, but it's VQ at range with an AWP to pick things off. Just like that, the T side, from what was not the greatest start in towards map number 2, they've turned it around.
Yeah, that this is brilliant by the Poles, and we see this variant of the smoke wall on yard. You can do the standard wall with 2 smokes pretty fairly close up to the red container, but you see this one, it's more of a, I would call it a diagonal going from main, and Lena with a little cheeky jump spot there. Yes, spots one of the NOFEAR players, but it's Fatal who is the strongest there. Shoot. Pushing onto Danu, and Danu is actually dived the vent here. This can be key in the round.
Well, of course, she's got a very decent amount of control in terms of the position. As she stands, she could catch one in rotation. Information spotted. Shot not going to quite connect. At the very least, it's information gained on sort of how the CT side are setting up. Then all she has to do is hold and wait, just kind of toy with her opponent, buy a little bit of time, and of course, maybe even cause a rotation over towards this B site. She's still just being a bit of a nuisance. That's all that she needs to do as we stand. Well, I've gone forward, but Krusty comes out on top, swinging forward, and now, of course, the numbers favor the CTs.
It does, doesn't it? But look at the positioning of the NOFEAR player here, Krusty. Can only get 1, and that is a free bomb site here for Totalne. quick rotation down the vent by Elizabeth. Open the door. Viku. What a shot.
The lovely shot there as well. Viku found one more. The no-scope delivers on towards Mursk. Viku, what a shot to finish things off. The quick reaction. She's loving it. You can see the cam as well. Even she's shocked at what she just pulled up. Brilliant. Stunning and all just like that. Of course, a 4-2 scoreline. NOFEAR5 from what was a 2-0 start is... Well, now not looking too fruitful. We do see the tactical ball is going to come forward from the CT side. And I think it's probably a smart call. You look over towards the economy, not exactly where they want to be. And, well, I guess, you know, for TotalneGituwy, they're doing well.
Yeah. And also, just to, like, mentally reset yourself from that round, that was one that should be in the bag. But Viku, I mean, could I order one stick replay from Viku's point of view? Because you know, I don't know if you've seen this like anti-frag movie. We have frag movies, but have you seen the anti-frag movies on YouTube where you just see the enemy's point of view when you get fragged? And right now that's what we had. And that last no-scope must have been just insane from Viku. And if there's any map you want your upper to be turned on, it's definitively Nuke.
Oh, yeah, exactly right. I think you're absolutely spot on. Definitely the place to be. And NOFEAR5, the call for that attack pause, of course, is not really too much of a buy to come forward for them. He goes round number 7. Pistol towards our side, but it's a lovely shot from Anka. And she delivers the opener. Fatal will fall, and it's a fatal blow to her. And the NOFEAR5 sides, they lose a numbers advantage. And with the lack of firepower, not exactly where they want to be. Molotov on towards top part. At the very least, just denying a little bit of that CT side control. But Krasi needs to come up huge here, finds a tag, but that's all she finds as Lena domes her.
Yeah, Hanka's doing her job there. In the start of the round, she goes out, searches on yard, and finds that one player who is holding that. But good there also from NOFEAR5. They don't really move. They have their stack on the site, and they stay mush. No trust frag. That is comfort frag in Norwegian for you. And,
I'm learning. I love it.
Yeah. What do you have a special English word for that? Like a comfort frag. Like you're just looking to get like a little frag.
I don't know. I guess, you know, people talk about ecos, right? Kind of just getting farming eco kills. They kind of don't really mean too much, but kind of build the confidence a little bit. Yeah, confidence kill, comfort frag. I get what you mean.
Yeah, just a little frag to make your stats look a little better. Oh, and Elizabeth gets caught with her pants down. Danu dives the vent again, and she gets rewarded heavily for it as she takes down one and puts Krasi on to only 39 HP.
Oh, of course, now the CT side kind of scrambling for this control over towards the B side. Krasi holding and waiting. Fatal with the AWP as well. Got the window peak. And it's all about timing. If they jump out the window, they should pay the price. But no, they're smoking the perfect position. But they walk straight towards Krasi, but a labored spray gets punished. And Gelka comes alive, and the AWP now needs to step up huge. And he's going to come forward. Slight bit of damage to the bomb part of both on set up. An AWP shot once again missing. Uncharacteristic misses from Fatal so far in towards Nuke, proving to be costly as Viku delivers, bringing the numbers further in favor of the T side. And this might be done and dusted. It is. 4 remain alive. As TotalneGituwy, they find themselves at 6. I said the golden number of 6 earlier, and that's exactly why.
Yeah, this is a dominant T-side performance so far by TotalneGituwy, as they get the first 2 rounds off the board, basically. They've been very, very strong every single buy round from them. Another 4th round or pistol round now for NOFEAR5. I mean, for me, it is Danu and Hanka. They've been going out aggressively on their own. That Danu gets down the vent there unnoticed is brilliant. And Hanka here, once again, gets the entry on yard. She's just playing this all alone. They are
very
just
aggressive.
sending her out on yard to search and see if she can't find anything. If it's not a frag, then surely it is the information. Meanwhile, the majority of the Polish squad has found their way onto ramp.
It's a 1-for-1. Fatal trades our Hanker. I mean, as we stand, still not much favor the T side. That bomb plant, though, and now as we stand, I think potentially even NOFEAR5 could pick up this AK just prior to saving it. I mean, it's not really the easiest situations to be in. They're going to very much struggle to make a retake work. Potentially send the pistols going forward to find a consolation kill here or there. Potentially pick up another rifle. But yeah, that AK-47 in the hands of Fatal, the save goal has to be made and has been made because they can't risk losing that sort of weapon going forward, especially when their economy is still in a bit of a dicey spot. So net smart call to be made. VQ finding one more. The PT-50 out of commission. The Eagle most likely going to follow suit momentarily. And yes, it does. And Gelka adding another two. What has already been quite the impressive tally from her. As the bomb goes off, that's
VQ is applauding on the player cam. Oh, these player cams, they're so fantastic. You can we see the emotions on the players. It's absolutely bringing something special into these broadcasts. I am a happy clapper. Like when I get excited, I will clap on I'm not thinking about it. You know, it's just what is the English word? Help me out here, Neo. Impulse.
Yeah, impulse.
Automation. Something alongside of that.
You're an impulse clapper. You just love to clap.
Yeah, it just happens. You cannot can't control
help it.
If I don't think about it, it just happens. Nice follow there by VQ. Good flashes. Oh, Mersk has a very hard time here. She has not yet been spotted, though. They didn't clear out this angle on the Raptors.
Ooh, Lena. One more as well. VQ with the AWP delivering. Look at the second. Now she can be Lena who delivers what VQ second time asking. Brilliant. The 1v1. Stepping up huge. Krasny will fall. That's already now the T side guaranteeing themselves a lead at the half. 8-2 is where we stand. A 6-round lead. And for NOFEAR5 is right back to the drawing board. AWP be picked up, dropped over towards Fatal. The fullback going to come out for the CT side. And one in which they desperately need to convert. That glass floor analogy is once again ever prevalent. They've got no economic backing.
No backing at all. And let's see how TotalneGituwy wants to play this one out. You see how Hanker is responding to that close smoke. Or not the close smoke, that's her own, but the one that is thrown from the city side. It's gonna get searched out here, but Vike and Hanka together, they are fully prepared for the aggression from NOFEAR5.
Oh, Danu as well, 1-for-1. Trying to step alive, trying to get that lobby control. Not going to be the case. So Lena finding one more. Low in HP, will fall to the hands of Krasny, brings things back somewhat doable in a 1 versus 2. She's going to rotate back over towards its heaven position. But of course, will she be aware? And of course, will the sound keys be given away? It's all about timing on this peak. She might just be able to make up the ladder. It's all about the timing. I know, Hanker, she's got it. Waiting, trying to knife. Oh, that could be the risky one. That could be very costly looking forward. She tried to go for the knife, pays the price for it, and Krasny now brings it back to a 1 versus 1 against an AWP. Bomb in hand, will go to deliver. Yes, she will. What a way to throw a round. And Hanker, oh, she's going to be kicking herself.
Oh, Leo, this is exactly what I was talking about happening in the Dust 2 games.
Exactly.
I mean, she got presented with the back of Krasny there, and she just gets a little too cheeky, too comfortable. And look at that. That's the 3rd round on the board for NOFEAR5. I mean, Krasny, she is a veteran player. She's a top player. Even though I was kind of hoping she would be able to pull off the knife there, in that situation, you know, just get the frag, just do it, and get that round on the board for you. Even a tactical timeout taken there by the Polish side, and we get a replay of the clutch from Krasny. Look at this awareness from Krasny as well, and the final frag onto the upper VQ, who has been playing magnificently so far in the match, I would say. fast round here from Totalne. Oh, and it's so fast, and it's so brilliant. Mersk and Shusha both full blind there. Easy sight from them. Easy sight for them, I would rather say.
I mean, as the bombs plant, the most one set up, they step up the tempo, they go aggressive, and now, of course, it's all to play for. Elizabeth trying to make this retake work. She's stuck her way forward, finding one. Look for the second as well. Damage dealt. Not going to be the case. The utility comes forward. Angelica from above falls to the hands of Krasi. It's an absolute massacre, but it's all down to one. Actually, this time not able to clutch it out. Viku steps up with the AWP to make it a double. That's 9-3. They turn things around.
Yeah, I love the tempo, the shift in tempo there from Totalne. They know that, okay, we've been playing it kind of slow and steady throughout the match. Let's just hit them with the full-blown A rush. I mean, why not? Are they going to expect it? You know, probably not. And it works out brilliantly.
Like that, we are going to see another attack pause called by NOFEAR5. They're trying to deny double digits over towards the T side. It's easier said than done, especially when you take into consideration what they're bringing in towards round number 13. You're going to be most likely just the upgraded pistols, not really the kind of easiest of situations for NOFEAR5 to be in. But you've got to say it's a very good resurgence and kind of turnaround from TotalneGituwy, right? I mean, you take into account how rough it was to be 10-0 up and then lose on Dust 2. They look very mentally reset. Apart from that one slight hiccup with the knife earlier, looking okay now.
Yeah, I mean, seeing as how deep the strat pool for Totalne is and how well they are playing their T-side on the map, I would say that, yeah, you know, go for the knife kill, do it. I mean, it's the entertainment value is absolutely priceless. And even though you don't get it done, at least we get to see Krasi clutch. I mean, that is entertaining in of itself as well. So, well, let's see here. Hanka, she's made it down secret with the bomb on her back as well. Gonna have another teammate follow her. No, she's quite isolated there in that position, as at least so far. It's actually Viku who has the bomb.
It's slow, tempo. It's mannered, it's kind of posturing. It's a double, hang on a second. A 5-7? Finding a double, not exactly what you expected. And now we're taking a look. I mean, we mentioned, you know, NOFEAR5 didn't really have too much of a charge or an opportunity going into this sort of round with a lowish buy. Look at them now, numbers in their favor, potentially even one more at the close range. Lina holding, waiting. Mersk's just going to fall away. Potentially holding that smoke could have worked in their favor, but Lina going to wait for her opportunity, bide a little bit of time. But time is all of the essence. 20 seconds on the clock. And they need to make a decision.
Yeah, but look at this. There's no players from NOFEAR on the B side. And Lina, I think she has the perfect lurk here. Is she going to drop down the vent, or is she going to flank the players from NOFEAR? She's dropped down the vent. And still now she clears out the icon here. And then the gig is up. Now she's in the back as well. This is going to be a meat grinder. Elizabeth, good for 2.
Oh, the swing. Not going to work in their favor. Lina, low on HP. Has to try and clutch this up. The tap. Will she be able to deny? No, she won't. Krasi finds it. Got a kit in hand. It's going to be oh so close, but I think she's just going to be able to get it. Yes, she will. Comfortably. 4 rounds collected. And now, well, we once again could be seeing NOFEAR5 find 5.
Yeah, what a brilliant round by them. I mean, those 2 initial frags on the yard here. You see Shusha, she's just pushing out there alone through the smoke like a sneaky a mofo, and gets rewarded for it. Brilliant there. And I thought for so long that they were going to have it still in the bag, Totalne. I mean, you get Krasi in a 1v1 situation. You know that anything can happen. She is absolutely performing well here. 12 on the board so far and 2 clutch rounds won.
Yeah. Not a bad position to be in. We have to say, damage dealt over towards both sides. Merce at the 42. Viku with the AWP in hand dropped to 30. Merce actually going to make the kind of decision just to try and play things a little bit more passively. Double spam going to come forward both ways, but as we stand, no real kind of decision being made here. It's a very, very slow take. Utility towards outside now. This could potentially bait a rotation towards outside, or so I say. Mersk finds the opener. They knew he was going to fall, and that's an important kill. And Fatal adds to it through the smoke as she drops one more.
Drop them like it's hot. Haha. That was a song that was popular when I was young. Lina, she is hot right now as she's pushing out of hut.
Well, not a bad position to be in. 3 versus 3. They turned things around. What was a great start, but the orb's still alive. Now, Fatal making that rotation in. That's sort of double stack over towards Heaven, the AUG and the AWP. And Gelka holding for transitions because VQ's first shot here, which is going to be most important. Flash will come forward. It gives him somewhat of an opening, but VQ, lightning quick, finds one. Looking to make it a second as well. Jumping towards the site, though. It's Elizabeth and Krasny coming alive. And it's Krasny to make it a double. The retake, stellar, spectacular. As 5 rounds are found for NOFEAR5.
Yeah, absolutely. You see, they put down the one-way smoke on Heaven, and then you get that initial flashbang coming out, pushes Vicky off her position, leaving the players that's actually on the site in a bit of a predicament as they're pushing out. Even though Vicky is good for 1, she doesn't expect the second player to actually be dropped on the site, and you see her crosshair placement as she is trying to peek out again is not on point. And of course, Krasny, she is once again key and also important for NOFEAR5 in the retake.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Well. Okay, so you were talking about having 6 rounds on the T side would be the key factor if you wanted to win. But how do you think the chances are for NOFEAR5 if they can manage to get the last round on the board in this hand?
I still think it's very, very tough. I mean, I already feel like, as we stand, finding 9 rounds on the T side seems like more than enough with how well we know TotalneGituwy can play on the map like Nuke. So for me, it already seems dicey, but a good start though. Elizabeth, lovely swing, beautiful sporting flash from Fatal, gives them the opener. Now, of course, it's a question about how do they use this as a catalyst to momentum in their favor. We'll have to wait and see. Smoking towards front door, Molotov and double flash to come through, and Gelka coming alive for 1, and it's all down to Kasucha on top, but he's unable to find anything. Mersk has to stay alive, has to buy some time as she's dancing around Black Pillar. Good for the first, looking to make it a second, which she does. Transfer over towards the third, not going to be able to deliver. It's a 1 versus 1, Orb versus Orb, as Fatal takes on Viku. And I think she's all too aware that she's coming from that Heaven position, but the rotation is being made and Bomb's still yet to go down.
Oh, she must have heard that drop, or yeah,
surely.
She did, surely. She's gonna be very sneaky here, Viku. It's 17 on the board so far. She has definitively been outperforming Fatal so far. And look at this big brain play. She's just gonna yeet out on ramp and run down to B, but Fatal,
she knows.
She hears absolutely everything. Who is going to be quicker? Oh. No. What is this?
It's a 4x3 moment, I think, slightly there. Vika holding, not going to be able to deliver though. Fatal comes out on top, and going into the half, NOFEAR5 do themselves 1 better. They got 5 rounds on Dust 2 in that first half. Now they make it 6. Ladies and gentlemen, what a half it is. 9-6 at it. I'm going to throw this one to a quick break. See you in a second.
I've seen it all, got my scars down the road, been working hard to the bone, I'm moving on, heavy load, life is long and don't you know, being wrong takes a toll. Wear you down to the bone. The things you love, they keep you going.
Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Half number 2 is upon us. A slight lead, an ever so slight lead in favour of TotalneGituwy, but at 9-6.5. And the way we went in towards the half, NOFEAR5 looking very good to pick up 6 rounds in a clutch situation once again. You've got to say, Hedgie, I'm actually quite impressed with what was not a great start from NOFEAR5, but once again, a really good resurgence.
Yeah, definitively. They seem to they got 2 runs early in the game, and then you have that one clutch round from Krasi, kind of gifted to them by TotalneGituwy, and they get to gather up a couple of rounds here. And if there's a player on NOFEAR5 that really stands out to me, it must be Krasi. She has been playing absolutely brilliantly. If it's on a retake situation or if it's a clutch situation, she's been key to the success, or the little success that NOFEAR5 has found so far in the game. And being the ramp player as well, that is just making it even more impressive, I would say.
No,
you know
agreed.
how it is to play ramp on this map.
Yeah, it's such a crucial position, isn't it? Because it's one of those kind of areas where you're not really tested too much, or not kind of consistently tested over towards ramp. But when you are, you have to step up. So, it's one of those ones you always have to be aware and always have to be alert, even if it's a round which you're not really tested. And of course, the other thing is, you have to be very, very good in terms of a retake scenario. If you lose outside, you lose that A site, you have to be so good at just finding those opportunities back in. So I think ramp players are so crucial. That's why you see them as so important. Look over towards, for example, FaZe. Brokey is a prime example of that. He's a brilliant ramp player. And we've seen exactly the same over here. Now, of course, the utility towards our side. NOFEAR5 going for a pop, potentially over towards A. They're going for the wrap in towards Heaven. Anka's gone for a slightly more passive play. Viku, will she even expect this, though? It's Fatal to kickstart. They shooting coming in support as well. Angelica at least bringing the level somewhat level, but so I say it's a 1-for-1 trade. Numbers favour NOFEAR5, but will they expect the flank?
No.
Oh, no.
Hanka.
That's it.
Yeah, that was brilliant timing from Hanka. She lets NOFEAR get the false sense of safety there. She just lets them go up to Heaven and have that area. Kind of would have loved to see from NOFEAR that at least one of the players stays in that Heaven position, simply because it's so strong to have it in the afterplant. And pistol round on the board for TotalneGituwy. And is it going to be 2 in a row here, Neo?
That's the question. Well, the scout tries to take a couple of pop shots towards our side. Not going to find too much. All we see for NOFEAR5, though, an AK-47, double max 10, double the Eagle as they tried to make their way over towards B. And Gelka taking a bit of a labor spray, going to fall away. Doesn't really want to take this fight too much of an overzealous manner, may I say. The Mac 10 ready and raring. Door to be open. It's all down to Hanka. Tapping away. A little bit of damage dealt. It's not going to find the frag so far, and the smoke might give them a bit of an entry.
Ooh. As I say, Hanka gets 1 and a 2. Oh, it's so difficult to deal with her in that Raptors position, and the whole crew has gathered here today to take down Krasi in the end. You see, that is brilliant rotation play there by the Polish squad. You see, Angelka gets pushed off her initial position. She manages to escape and closes the door behind her, allowing her to get into a safer position, and of course allows Hanka to get rotated down.
Oh, absolutely spot on. Well, now, of course, TotalneGituwy, this one look very good. I mean, a 5-round lead built up for the CT side, and once again for NOFEAR5, no real economy for them to work with. Elizabeth gonna fall. Already looking very good for the CT side. They're just farming these kills. They're making their way over towards the B side. The prize is trying to get that bomb down, which they should be able to do so. They do try to deny, but it won't be the case. In towards the first door. Burst Glock, not going to be able to deliver. It's a flawless round. 12 to be collected. They double the rounds of their opponents. And NOFEAR5, you mentioned it was a very decent end to the half. It's not been the greatest start to this one.
No, it has sadly not. I mean, they couldn't pull off the pistol round. They couldn't pull off the force in the second round, and at least a little bit of a comfort price there with the bomb plant, making their economy a little bit better. But I mean, this is the crucial round that they really have to take if they're going to have any chance of making a comeback in the map.
Oh, exactly that. This is the big sort of round for them. They need to turn the tides in sort of in terms of momentum. Bit of attack damage done, not towards Fatal, not a bad start at all. VQ just toying with the idea of a bit of spam coming through, smoking towards his close position, and Angelka, she's sort of inviting this fight here.
Yeah, she's not quite certain if anyone has made it down yet. You see, she has to check her left there as well before she's moving back towards that single door. Gonna play this a little bit more passively. She's just jump spotting for the information. That is very good. And look at Dane's position here.
Ooh. Lovely bit of regression, and Gelka going to add to it as well. Nate come forward, trying to do a little bit more chip damage. Won't be the case. Jump spotting with information. Now they'll know that they're making their way over towards that double door position. With Elizabeth still posted up towards our side, trying to cut off those rotations. It's easier said than done because the CT sides, they've made their way and they've got control of Ram. A couple of pop shots. Danu gets all the information she needs. All she has to do is hold and wait. And Gelka, all she has to do is make a peek work in their favor. Spotting in towards window. Not going to be able to deliver though. Elizabeth and Krasny coming alive. What a piece. Spam going to come forward, but the numbers level. 3 versus 3, and this retake becomes a little bit tougher. But it's 20 seconds after the clock, and they're going towards A.
Yeah, and who is there waiting? Oh no. Oh no. Can't connect their main player from Elizabeth. Oh, but Dane. Last spotted in, last spotted completely somewhere else. And
oh, that's unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
What a turnaround. What a turnaround in the round from NOFEAR5. And that decision to leave the B site and just rotate back up to A through the vent. It was risky, but it paid off.
Yes, no, exactly that. I mean, it was kind of a high risk, high reward, especially with the time on the clock, right? I mean, we were looking at kind of, what, 20-ish seconds for them to work with, and a risky call to make that rotate and not kind of double down on the position they had found, but it worked really, really well. 12-7. Yeah. First round we see on the T side for NOFEAR5. Slightly deep smokes to come forward, but they still need to make that crossover towards Secrets. Easier said than done with Vika holding with AWP in hand. She's inviting this fight here. Flash to come forward. Fatal, what an opener. Hanka, though, needs to come alive here. She's being held from Silo. It's all about timing on a peak. She may even be able to be in for a double.
Yeah, she is speeding her time. And, oh, yeah, she wins it in the end. That smoke is going to be, oh, so important. Gives her a little bit more space to work with.
Got a shot.
There. Oh, Angelka.
Stunning. That's really well played.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. And you see the reaction as well from TotalneGituwy. Once NOFEAR5 establishes themselves that they have taken control of Yarn, we see them push in and take control over lobby. And I think on a map like Nuke, this is so important. If you can do that balance correctly, you are going to be in an advantageous position most of the time. I mean, you're losing or you're giving up control of one area, but then you're taking map control somewhere else. Yeah. This is a very valuable and good principle to have, and I believe that TotalneGituwy is doing that just brilliantly. And also, of course, the timing here for Hanka. And with help from Angelka, they basically clean up on yard all on their own.
Exactly that. Well, of course, they're trying to step up that tempo a little bit with the utility of keeping them at bay. Leader trying to deny any sort of control over towards Ven, but, I mean, it's east side. Not making too much of an overzealous push here. It's still a slightly mixed buy. Flash has gone forward. One of the AKs already out of commission. And Angelka finds another flash. Brilliant for them to shut this A control. The Deagle, Krasi, and Fatal coming alive for one apiece, but still the numbers favor the CT. And Hanka, she's going aggressive. She's going to hankering in towards lobby, and one of which she's going to be able to find. Fatal will fall. Krasi all alone in a 1 versus 3. AK in hand, bomb dropped, and this round should be more or less done and dusted. It's all out of Danu. Swinging out from vent, she delivers.
Oh, that strafe peak there out of the vent. I would never hit that. I can tell you that for sure. Fantastic there. And Hanka as well, taking her timing perfectly. And you see as well, even that NOFEAR5 player was kind of expecting it. She is just so confident and so secure. Look at that. She is currently top fragging for her team, 23 on the board. So she has been playing brilliantly. And look at this now. Viku with the off, holding that ramp position. And she has Danu there to back her up as well.
Oh, what a shot as well. What a reaction. Easy bomb drop, 1 versus 4. And I think it's more safe to say this might be done, right? As we stand 1 versus 4. Krasi's got a P250. I think this is going to be a 15th round collected for TotalneGituwy. It's looking like we're going towards Inferno momentarily, unless we can see the resurgence of the ages from NOFEAR5. But as we stand, it just seems like, you know, on their map pick, TotalneGituwy, they've just been brilliant.
Yeah, look at that as well. Like this, the read from TotalneGituwy that, NOFEAR, they're probably either they're forcing up this round with pistols or they are full eco. And what do you normally do? You rush a ramp or you go towards a ramp, try to contact it. Now they have the perfect setup. Viku missing one, but hits the second. Oh, what a shot.
Viku. That is stunning. Absolutely stunning. And Gelka finds one more. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Done and dusted. What a performance. What a performance indeed from TotalneGituwy on their own map pick. The Polish side step up brilliantly. You see the celebration.